So we're going to look at the civil rights movement, of course, and then more importantly, the Black radical movement, which was different, very different from the CRM, we call it. But they were, they were connected in some way. So we spent a lot of time on Malcom X, who to me is like maybe the greatest analyst of what we call race relations in this country, actually. And boy, would we benefit from Malcolm's presence today. Mm-hmm. And it's interesting. He's considered a member of the left, but he was the de facto leader of the Nation of Islam.
Right.
And the Nation of Islam is a conservative Muslim organization. So like they are all about the nuclear family. Yes. And all about women cooking and cleaning and the dad and having children and the dad and the husband working and making money. And they're all about business and capitalism. That's what the Nation of Islam has always been about. It's about Black people making their own businesses so they can make their own wealth and have their own property, which results in having more power.
Yes.
Which is something that every libertarian can vibe with very hard, right? So it's interesting. Malcolm, why is he on the left? We'll talk about that. Like, does he belong there? The reason they put him on the left was that he was a tremendous force against racism. But the thing was, Malcolm actually chopped down the tree of American racial liberalism. He went after that ideology. My whole critique of racial liberalism, which we'll talk about a lot, really a lot of it's borrowed from Malcolm. I mean, he said, look, civil rights leaders, you know what they want? They want assimilation. Mm-hmm. They want to be like the white man. They want to please the white man. This is what he said, right? Fuck, he's like, without saying fuck, he said, fuck that. We should make our own institutions. We should have our own businesses, our own housing, our own families, right? And you saw the disintegration of the Black family at this time too, in the 1960s is what we're talking about, right? And they're talking about the Black family, right? And they're talking about getting rid of drug abuse and drinking and alcoholism and all the rest of it, that goes on in the hood. So yeah, and then they have the Black Panthers, who are a really mixed bag from a libertarian perspective. So what did the Black Panthers first do? What was the first thing they did? They went on patrol right here in my neighborhood, right here, East Oakland and West Oakland. They went on patrol with what? Rifles and shotguns over their shoulders, looking for cops who were pulling people over. And when they saw a cop pulling someone over, they would just walk up to the cop and watch with their guns over their shoulders. Just watch on patrol against police brutality. The Oakland PD at that time was 100% white and probably at least 50% outright racist. So there was a whole bunch of police brutality right here. And the Panthers almost put an end to that. So they went to the state capitol, Sacramento, and with their guns, they walked right into the state capitol. And Ronald Reagan, a few weeks later, passed the very first gun control bill in the country against the Black Panthers. Gun control has always been racist.
Yes.
And that's just one example of how it's been always racist.